Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ivona and this is Ivy Moves. Today we're going to do a quick 20-minute stretch for the whole body after we have had a more intense workout or sports or anything that made us feel sore. We're going to counter that with today's yoga practice. So when you're ready, meet me on your mat, maybe grab a block and I'll see you there. So let's start today in child's pose. The toes are touching together, the knees are as wide or as closed as you need to, forehead on the ground, the arms stretched forward, trying to push the bum, the hips towards the heels, really creating these opposing forces, the hands reaching as far forward as we can, and the hips heavy back, stretching the whole side of the body. The side, the back, and as we breathe here, maybe we feel how our rib cage expands to the sides, touching our thighs. And when we exhale, it deflates like a balloon. And stay here for a couple more moments. And now staying in child's pose, just moving with the hands towards the left side of your mat, maybe even leaving it, reaching with the right arm as far as you can. The hips remain really low on the heels, again creating this very long line from the tip of your right fingers to your right hip, and breathing here. Maybe you feel it easier to breathe into the right side of the body. That's absolutely normal. It's much more open than the left side that is a little bit crunched right now against the left thigh. Staying here and walking with the arms to the center and reaching towards the right, keeping the left hip close to the heels, the left arm stretching as far forward, and really feeling that opening on the left side of the body, stretching the armpit, pushing the left palm into the ground, staying active. Activation in the muscles is what's gonna help us lengthen them. Passive stretch is only one of the ways. And coming back to center. Perfect. Now we're going to push ourselves to our tabletop position. We're gonna stay here briefly. Let's go through our regular cat and cow. Maybe doing some spinal circles, waking up the spine, changing the direction. Maybe you're still in your cat and cow. It's just important to bring some motion into the body. Perfect. Now let's stretch the right leg behind us. Take it over to the left side and look at the left foot from above our left shoulder. Looking at the right foot from above our left shoulder. Stretching the whole side of the body, this time involving the legs. Perfect. Let's come back to the center, tabletop, and switching sides. Left leg stretches behind us, crosses towards the right side, and we look towards the foot from above our right shoulder. I'm feeling it in my neck, in the back, in my scapulas, or the muscles around the scapulas. Perfect. Coming back to tabletop and coming into our bellies. Let's stretch our arms and our chest. Reaching both arms like wings to the sides, putting our left cheek on the ground, lifting the right leg and stretching the left shoulder, maybe the left chest. Staying active, maybe the right hand comes on the tips of the fingers. And breathing here. If this feels uncomfortable in any way on your lower back off or try doing it on a wall. It's not supposed to feel uncomfortable on the lower back. And coming back to center, switching sides. Now the right cheeks comes to the ground. Both arms remain stretched and the left leg lifts up and steps behind us. And putting all our weight to stretch. Maybe also feeling it into the right bicep. The whole length from the chest to the tips of the fingers. Both arms are active. And breathing deep. Perfect. Come back to center. And let's come now into our Sphinx pose. We're going to put our elbows under our shoulders, pushing the chest forward, opening. Staying here for a breath. And now the right forearm crosses the body. Our left arm reaches back, grabs the left foot, and brings the left foot towards the body. Maybe we're even able to twist the fingers, looking forward. And we're breathing deep. Trying to squeeze the knees towards each other. The left shoulder is pointing forward. The left foot is kicking back. So there are all these forces to create the perfect conditions to stretch the front of our thighs, our left quad. Perfect. Gently, gently release. Coming back into our Sphinx and bringing our knee on the height of our hip into frog, half frog. Staying with the chest open, or even maybe coming into our arms, lifting the elbows. Again, careful here. It would not be nice to injure our lower back. So keep it safe. If you feel pinching in the lower back, please back off and just enjoy the stretch where your body needs it today. Trying to push that left hip towards the ground. This maybe slides our knee a little bit further away from us, our left knee. And now staying on the right arm, we are gonna cross the left arm towards the right side of the body and twist. Trying to ground into both hips, so the right hip is firmly on the mat. The right arm is maybe stretched, or we put our cheek on the mat, whatever we prefer. And we come back to center. Perfect. Now, that left leg that we have up there, I'm going to stand up and we're going to bring it forward into our low lunge. Let's find our center here and stretch the leg forward into our half splits. Again, here we have the forces. Our heel is trying to slide forward, doesn't mean it is moving, and our hip is pulling back. And the only condition here is that we don't feel discomfort or pain behind our knee joint. In that case, maybe back off or micro bend the knee and keep stretching. Here is another option of grabbing the block and bringing the ground closer to us. We can obviously just relax with our back arched, but ideally to engage a little bit more, we can stretch our chest forward, we can open it, bringing the sitting bones up, and we breathe here. Perfect. Now we're bringing the sole of the foot on the ground. With or without the block, our right palm is on the mat, and we twist to the left, grabbing our right foot with our left arm, kicking the foot back, opening the chest, twisting our spine, stretching the shoulder, the front of the hip. It's a really, really great stretch. We get so much benefit from that. And release gently. Remove the block to the side if you've used it. And that same left foot is gonna shimmy towards the right to come into pigeon. Here it's also an option to put a block under our sitting bones if they're a little bit too high in the air. We're going to tuck our toes back, get ourselves comfortable, both hip bones are looking down, and maybe now we can come onto our elbows. Breathing deep. This stretch is always intense. Our sitting muscles are doing so much for us, climbing stairs, jumping, running, walking, even sitting. And so it's good to give them some love back. Let's come back up to our hands. And now with the right hand, reach back for the right foot and start bringing the foot towards the bum. Maybe you can even put it into the crease of your elbow, staying up, maybe even grabbing your block if the ground is a bit too far, and stretching again the shoulder by pulling the shoulder forward and kicking with the foot back to stretch the quad, the right quad. Breathing deep, being extra careful with our lower back, tucking the tailbone in. We do that tucking motion to protect the lower back when we're stretching, but otherwise in our daily lives we don't want our tailbone tucked just because it's natural curve and it supports our balance. Okay, gently let go. Move the block to the side. And let's switch, coming back to our tabletop. Let's reset in down dog, pushing the palms into the mat. If we have to bend the knees, we bend the knees. The point is to stretch the spine, pushing the hips towards the sky, very active with everything. And coming back to tabletop. And let's switch sides. I'm just going to turn the other side of the mat so you can see what I'm doing from here. We're coming to our bellies and we're coming to our sphinx. Great. Now, the left arm is going to cross the mat. We're going to reach with the right hand, grab the right foot and bring it close to the bum. Maybe we're even able to bring the fingers forward, the knee is going. The knees are squeezing, the elbow is going towards the sky, the right shoulder is pulling forward. We're being extra careful with our lower back. Breathing deep, grounding into the quad. Let's not let it hang in the air, but really squeeze the knees together. Be active in that left arm. I don't want you collapsing in your shoulder, but actually push actively there as well. Gently, very gently release and bring the left knee onto the height of our hip. And here maybe we can stay on our elbows, opening the chest, or even come onto our palms, extend the arms, pushing from the ribs forward. This is where the stretch of the spine happens. This is where we can actually bend it. We don't bend from the lower back, we bend from the last rib up. Perfect. The left arm stays stretched, the right arm crosses under and twists towards the left. Maybe here we find the mat with our head, or stay with the left arm stretched, a little bit more active. These twists are such a medicine for our spine. I really encourage you, even when you have 5 minutes, to never forget to twist your spine gently, give it some love. It's really what keeps it healthy. Great, let's come back to center. And now this right leg, let's bring it back into classic low lunge, finding our comfort here. Pushing the hips forward, tucking the tailbone in again, protecting our low back, engaging the left glute. By engaging the back side of the body, we're stretching the front side of the body, and vice versa. And now stretching the right leg in front of us into half splits, pushing the heel forward and the hip back into these opposite directions. Always staying active. Breathing deep, telling the body that it's safe, sending new oxygen, fresh blood into these spots, saturating them with fresh energy. One last breath. Great. Let's rebend the front leg. The left palm finds the mat, and with the right arm we do a rainbow and maybe catch the left foot from behind, kicking that left foot into the hand, being very active into our left arm that's on the mat, squeezing the right knee towards us, twisting from the upper spine, opening the shoulder, the chest. Everything is working. Breathing. Give me a smile. I know it's a tough pose, but let's smile. Let's tell the body that it's okay, we're voluntarily here. Perfect. Gently release. And let's prepare for pigeon. Shimmy that right foot towards the left side. Placing a cushion or a block under the right sitting bone if you need. Find your spot and lower down to your elbows. This spot will always need a stretch. I've had very little times that it felt like, oh no, I'm actually not feeling anything in pigeon. I think it just takes a lot of consistency to release all that has accumulated there, that we accumulate daily and that we have accumulated in the past. You can stay in each pose as much as you want. Pause this video, come back to it. Now we're going to come back out of our elbows into our arms. And strong in our right arm, left arm reaches back, grabs the left foot and brings it forward. Maybe even putting the foot into the crease of our left elbow. With, again, the opposing forces. The left shoulder pulls forward. The left foot is kicking back. Breathing deep, finding the center, squeezing everything into the midline. We're not leaning onto the right sitting bone. We really try to find our center here. One last breath. Perfect. Gently let go. And now come into your knees. Sitting onto your heels. One last stretch for the upper body. The fingertips are looking towards you, putting the palms of the hands on the mat behind us, with fingers facing us and pushing the chest forward, stretching the collarbones, the shoulders. Breathing deep again, protecting the lower back. Try not to arch too much there, and always back off if you feel anything in the lower back. Keep pushing, and release. Come back slow. Let's sit on our bum and lie down onto our mat. From here, we're just going to take a simple twist. Our right knee is onto our chest. The right arm extends, and the right knee goes towards the left, and the gaze goes into the opposite direction. You can stay here for as much as you want. If you're ready, let's change sides. Coming back to center, extend the right leg, left knee comes towards the chest. The left arm extends, and we bring the left knee towards the right, looking into the opposite direction. There are so many nerves going across our spine, and by twisting it, we really bring them fresh blood, fresh oxygen. And guess what? A happy nervous system means a happy human. So it's really, there are so many benefits to twists. Coming back to center, let's squeeze the knees to the chest, just to center the lower back, the spine. And if this is the end of your practice, take a Shavasana, a final resting pose for as long as you need, finding a comfortable position where you don't need to move the body anymore. Just for a couple more minutes. And from here, I'm going to sit back up and thank you for your time today. I'll see you soon again.